And we are live. Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gym in the Crypto, episode 731. Today is Friday, May 28, 2021, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we're here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10ish.
At 10ish. And today's top stories: American convenience store chain now accepts Bitcoin payments. Bank of Japan governor slams Bitcoin, calls Bitcoin a speculative asset. Don't tax it then. Crypto will cause the next financial crisis, precious metal bosses say, and more. But first and foremost, let's go ahead and take a look at those prices, Bitcoin Zay.
Oh, yeah. So taking a look at our prices for today, Bitcoin at $37,081 is down 7.6%. Ethereum at $2,589 is down almost 9%. Binance Coin at $341 is down 11.7%. Cardano at 156 is down 10.5%. XRP at 90 cent is down 11.2% today. Dogecoin at 31 cent is down 7.08%. And Polkadot at 2278 is down 5%. And rounding out our top 10, finally, Internet Computer is out of the top 10. Uniswap at 2788 is down 5.7%. So a bit of a down day. Options did expire today for Bitcoin. And we all know when Bitcoin drops for that expiry date, altcoins lead or follow. Sorry. So yes, a little bit of a dip today. Doesn't matter because you still need to keep buying the dip for the future.
There we go. And thanks. I'm seeing everybody's paying that like text right now. That's right. Make sure you smash that like and share. It's funny you say the Internet Computer is finally out of it. We were just talking, saying that they're printing out Internet Computer Definity stories every day. Like, yo, can we put sponsored posts back in the right corner again? What's happening here? All right. You're supposed to tell people, right?
Exactly.
Some quick shout outs going Sergeant Crypto, Evan, Leroy, Whistletone, Kadeem, JBSC, Wendy, Lyle, Brandon G, Patrick, Allen, Too Rich to Miss, DC, Amez, Carmelo, Brandon J, Jose, Erica K, Slump, Sarita. Welcome to the show, everybody who's joining right now. Make sure you smash that like and share. There we go. That like tax is being paid right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And of course, oh, there we go. What's going on, Janine? Love y'all. Finally made it live in LA. There we go. For those who are their first time watching, this is Fuck Bitcoin Fridays / unsubscribe day. Yes, that is right.
Bitcoin Fridays. Yeah.
This is the day you can air out all your grievances with us. We said something wrong this week. What's going on with Justin, Bitcoin Vegan, Reggie? What's up? What's up? For everyone who thinks about some of the things we said that may have been wrong, did you see some mean tweets you didn't like? Now it's just a chance to come on the show and tell us why. You can tell us where and why Bitcoin touched you growing up. You can tell us what happened, what went wrong, and we'll try to walk you through it. And for those who think we're just their personal toy for some reason, not grown-ass man who's just trying to share financial, or not even financial, but cryptocurrency information, then yeah, this is also your time to tell us why we should be doing what you want us to do and not what we want to do.
Bring the smoke. Bring the smoke.
Bring the smoke today. And yes, thank you for everybody who joined yesterday. That show is amazing, and it definitely was amazing because of some of your questions in the chat box too. So we appreciate it. And yeah, it was crazy. That Cliff High interview, a lot of gems were dropped. A lot of things. I saw a lot of people getting antsy over some of the things he was saying. Hey, he knows how to push that algorithm button. So it definitely happened yesterday. Yeah. All right. Without further ado, American convenience store chain now accepts Bitcoin payments. Bitcoin Zay, what's going on with this story here?
Oh, yeah. So Mid-Atlantic convenience store giant Sheetz is set to accept Bitcoin and crypto payments across its outlets. Retail crypto payment acceptance in the U.S. continues to grow as Sheetz announces plans to allow the use of digital currencies in its outlets across the country. Some of the cryptocurrencies that will be accepted include Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Dogecoin. And their 600 outlets are across Pennsylvania, Ohio, Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, and West Virginia. And I need to let people know this. Last year during COVID, I was with my fiance, or now fiance. We were in Virginia at her house, and I spent all of COVID setting up Bitcoin ATMs all around Virginia. And Sheetz was right down the street. I used to go to Sheetz literally every day. And one day I finally caught the regional manager and I asked him, I was like, hey, a Bitcoin ATM in here would look good, or at least accept Bitcoin payments. And he literally was like, what are you talking about? Had no clue what I was saying. The guy beside him that worked behind it even said, I think I've heard of Bitcoin, but I thought that was for traders. They had no clue what I was talking about. And here we are a year later, people. Sheetz is accepting Bitcoin. It doesn't matter what you feel, what you think, what you know. everybody capitulates into Bitcoin. And I just want to say it's like Coinstar all over again. Told Coinstar about it in 2015. 3 years later, now you can use your change to buy Bitcoin. I mean, I'm no low-key Nostradamus out here. I'm trying to get these people on it. But
hey, listen,
hey.
I have to cut in real quick, Bitcoin Zay, and yes, I had to co-sign on this. Like, I've seen Bitcoin Zay get ATMs across liquor stores and gas stations in Los Angeles. So there's no way you tell me he didn't go in Virginia and have so much more free time and decide not to do it.
Hey, COVID times everybody was scared. I was the opposite. Hey, get rich or die trying. I was out in these streets during COVID, setting up ATM machines, setting up gas stations while it was quiet, while the price was dipping, because I knew in the future when it goes up, it would be very valuable. And that's why now Sheetz is accepting it at their place, at their store. So again, shout out to Sheetz again. I mean, even if they, I may need to send them an invoice, but even if they don't, at the very least, we are starting to see the medium of exchange era pick up, because I told you before that the supply is getting so small, 99% of Bitcoins will be mined in 2035. That's only 14 years. It's going to get real sticky. So the only way you're going to be able to get it is to accept it as payment.
All right, some good comments here. Jams, hey, listen, we've been paying attention. Jams is right now. Shout out to the Hexicans out there. Good job holding strong. We hit an all-time high again yesterday, while the rest of the market reels. Too soon to say, told you so, hashtag fuck Bitcoin Friday. Listen, see, Jams is a perfect example of someone who came on where it was just like, Hex, like, no. Kept coming on. He kept fighting for it. Still don't know about it long term, but hey, since he's came on, he's been right about it. So definitely give Jams a shout out on that one, because he didn't come on just talking about it as just part of the army. He came on with actual technical and fundamental reasons why he thinks it'll be possible for it to succeed. So shout out to him. And I mean, a perfect example of someone we don't agree with or didn't fully agree with that comes on live, proves their point, and every week comes back like, yo, we checking in, this is where we're at, instead of all these witty tweets out there. Exactly, listen, people, I don't respect your text. You got to come on live, people. Listen, all the comments and stuff, we appreciate all the comments. We try to respond as many as possible. If you have agreements, today's the day to air it off. Come on live. I don't want to see a tweet tomorrow afternoon or Sunday night about something we said on Thursday when you could have came on Friday and talked about it. Crypto Vixen said that was you. Damn you, Zay. I was trying to be first in VA with all the ATMs.
Hey, man, I move in silence, but my work is everywhere. Most of y'all don't realize it.
Chemo and Crypto, thank you for the tip. Chemo and Crypto said yesterday's show was absolutely epic. I will admit that is probably one of the best interviews we've ever had. I'm glad you already knew you wanted to go 2 hours with that one. That was a smart play on that for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Crypto Culture. Oh, man, I'm not about to say that. But thank you for the tip. You are crazy. We out here in LA, somebody watching the show, like, oh, what's going on? I thought this is a neutral show. I thought you were just talking about crypto. What's up with this? All right, Wes, thank you for the tip. Wes did an awesome show yesterday as well. All right, Bank of Japan is in the news. Bank of Japan governor slams Bitcoin, calling BTC a speculative asset. That's right. Bank of Japan governor says Bitcoin is a speculative play while issuing warnings over price volatility. Same old song rehash, it looks like. Haruhiko Kuroda, governor of Bank of Japan, has joined the roll call of central bankers taking aim at Bitcoin amid the current volatility. First of all, shout out for Cointelegraph for putting them out there like that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cointelegraph, you get the articles before half of us, like more than half of us. So I know you see it. So I'm glad that they're, whoever wrote this article even pointed that out with the roll call. According to a report by Bloomberg on Friday, Kuroda argued against the value proposition of the largest cryptocurrency by market cap, stating, quote, most of the trading is speculative and volatility is extraordinarily high, is barely used as a means of settlement. Bang, 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 bang. What's going on in Bank of Japan, Governor?
Oh, man, just another Ned Flanders who has to throw out their hat into the ring. Probably got trotted out by his zaddy boss. Told him to go out there and be a good boy and tell him that it's too volatile while we scoop up as much as possible. Earlier in May, Luis de Guindos, vice president of the European Central Bank, also expressed negative sentiments about Bitcoin. As previously reported by Cointelegraph, said that cryptocurrencies had weak fundamentals and did not qualify as a real investment. Cool, so don't buy it. I don't want to see you come back later and say, well, we were a little ahead of the curve and we didn't understand it. No, stand strong in your convictions. Like we just talking about James Jetson. We don't care if you're right or wrong, but just stand on what you say. So I just want to make sure that people understand that this FUD is, again, just something that they have to put out there because the central banks cannot compete with Bitcoin. We already know that. And Plan B, who is known for his stock to flow model, again, if you follow the stock to flow model, you will see that we are still on pace. It's worked ever since the beginning, and that so far, everybody who says it's too volatile, that just means you have a very high time preference and you need to change your mindset on what Bitcoin is and how it works. If you stay in Bitcoin for at least 3.5 years, every single person is in profit at least 1,800%. If you stay in it longer than that, then you are good to go probably for generations to come. So just FUD, ignore it.
There it is. There it is. And to the comment section, Ahmed Sakin, thank you for the tip. Ahmed said, need to rewatch that Cliff High interview, Too Many Gems. Loki, I was rewatching a couple of the segments of when he was speaking as well, because he was dropping a lot of crazy gems as well. Let's see. And I saw another comment. Oh, for the Cliff High files, I see everyone asking about the Cliff High files. Patrick just asked about it. Right. So for those who are already subscribed to our email list, we'll just be emailing those out. Probably we'll email those out this weekend when it goes out with the Talk Shop Live reminders. So if you're on our email list, we'll get that out to you this weekend. If you're not, just go to our website and just put your name in there. Boom, it'll pop up in our list. We'll send it out. We'll also send them out to all the people on Talk Shop Live again on Sunday. And then we'll start including in all our packaging and stuff moving forward as well. So Cliff was kind enough to send those. So thank you, Cliff I, for sending those zip files. I was reading a couple of them. They were bringing me back to 2017, man. I feel like 2017 was just yesterday. And I was like, no, it was a whole world ago here in cryptocurrency. So only the realist stays. Thank you for the tip. Only the realist stays. What are our thoughts on the Polkadot ecosystem after Ethereum 2.0 if completed?
It's Ethereum's competition. We've always said that anything that's in competition with Ethereum will have its day in the sun if Ethereum 2.0 does not succeed. So if it's a massive success, I think Polkadot and what's the other one? Solana, Binance Smart Chain. They may go away or may improve. But if Ethereum 2.0 is not successful, you would definitely see other smart contract platforms pick up in price.
Yeah, I think we'll see it on like within 24 hours. If that Ethereum 2.0 or the EIP, if it falls flat in July, the next day, like that night, Solana, ADA, everything's pumping. But like you said, if that thing works and gas fees are down and it really works, then I mean, literally, we won't have to call the death of the Ethereum killers, but the market share is going to be sucked out of them, because you remember a lot of that market share is speculative, people. But if Ethereum comes out and it's like, it's still working, and everybody's still using their dApps or building on with those, using that platform to build dApps, and there's no reason to migrate. You have to remember the reason these other platforms are being built is out of necessity, not because, it was just, hey, Ethereum's doing great, let's build a second one. No, it was like Ethereum's not doing so great, let's build a second one. So we'll see what happens.
Yep, absolutely.
All right. Crypto will cause the next financial crisis, says Precious Metals Boss. But as we start to bring this story up, make sure we let everyone know to feel free to start calling in. Alec, can you drop that link in the chat box? We got Sergeant Crypto already waiting. Actually, you can go ahead and bring him in. What's going on, Felipe Z? Thank you for the tip. How come you guys never talk about XRP? So here's the thing, people, as well, before Sergeant Crypto gets going. Like, when you all say you never do this, I never hear you talk about this, you never said this, I have to challenge that and say, how many episodes have you watched? Today is episode 731. And you're telling us, think out of 731 episodes, we never talked about XRP. Like, come on, like, get real. I'll fix your question for you and say, how come we don't keep up with XRP or talk about it recently? There's no new updates. The last time we checked about XRP, SEC was suing them, and they trying to figure that out. So that's where we're at with XRP. Will they win the lawsuit or will they lose it? Because that will determine the future of XRP as well as 90% of the other altcoins in the market. So there's nothing to talk about right now. We have to wait to see what happens with the SEC.
Super fast.
All right, we got Sergeant Crypto. What's going on, Sergeant Crypto?
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, what's going on? What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, fellas, man? Just want to say, fuck Bitcoin now, not really. But wanted to drop a few gems and also just complain about these noobs out here that don't understand that when I tell them I make literally every single week 500,000 to sometimes on a good week 1,000,000 Satoshis, that I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just don't brag about it. I'm not, out here flossing on whatever, like I make a good amount of Bitcoin every single week. And it's just all from trading and all that shit. And I just don't brag about that shit. You know what I'm saying? But we wanted to drop a few gems to the crypto warriors out there. Chia, you guys got to do your own research, but Chia is a good one. And also Helium. I just got my Helium miner and I got it set up. And that's another good one also to look into. So just wanted to drop a few gems to you guys out there. And that's how you can make some real, not some real money, but make some money in this game and not have to be out there trying to struggle and hustle and all that other bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But that's it. And
so you're saying don't buy Bitcoin, buy Chia is what you're telling everybody.
No.
I'm being a Twitter user right now. I'm being a Twitter user because that's how it starts right there. And then as soon as you reply, they can be like, "Oh, why you replying to me? Why you talking to me?"
No. I take all my profits and I get Bitcoin with it. All right. So Chia is a new, not new, but I just found it, and it basically uses your free hardware space on your computer. So I'm actually either today or tomorrow I'm getting some new hard drives to basically mine it at home. And the one Chia coin right now, when I last checked before I came on, was like a little under $800. So you could mine these coins basically using your free hard drive space. So that's why I say, look at it and do your own research as always. And also the Helium miner, I got that up and running, and I have basically been mining about 10 Helium a day or so. And that's, I don't know, what's that? I think Helium is probably like, I don't know, $10, $12. I don't even know really. But I take that profits and I get Bitcoin with it. You know what I'm saying? And and that's what I want to let people know. And that's kind of, I'm also kind of venting because my cousin, I try to explain to him that this is a dude I served in the Marines with. We're not only, family, but we served in the Marines together. And I'm like, yeah, dude, I made 1,000,000 Satoshis today or whatever. And he's like, oh, I don't understand. I'm like, well, I try to explain how 1,000,000 Satoshis is, basically like $300-something. I'm like, well, and then last week I made 10 million Satoshis, right? And I'm like, that's like about, depending on the price of Bitcoin, like $3,600 or whatever the case is. And he still just doesn't get it. And I'm like, yo, dog, I can't sit here and explain it to you all the friggin' time. If you don't understand, I'll have the time to explain it to you.
Bring him on. Bring him on the show. Yeah, bring him on the show.
No, he doesn't want to hear it. He doesn't want to hear it. He's always talking about stocks and he just doesn't want to hear it. I'm like, all right, well, you can bring the horse to the water, but you can't, force him to drink. You know what I mean? So
we see a couple people co-signing. We see a couple people co-sign the Helium miners as well. Horace Valentine, Leslie Jr. said he has a couple of Helium miners too. Someone said, how long do they take to actually come in though?
Oh, that one I ordered it back, I want to say January. I just now got it like last week or so.
So about 4 to 5 months for the miner to probably come in. Yeah, that's about right too.
And I have another one that I ordered in, I ordered that one in the beginning of April. I was supposed to be getting it in June, but it got pushed back to July. So it's, more and more people are finding out about it, and it keeps getting, back orders. But I mean, it was only $500, and you could basically pay for the machine within, I don't know, maybe a month or so. Return on investment is pretty good. But
there we go.
But that's what it's about, man. Just doing your own research, and always like I have a lot of Cardano, but I use my Cardano staking to buy more Bitcoin.
That's what I'm saying? All right,
I use my Cardano staking to buy more Bitcoin. And I was telling.
Go ahead, Bitcoin Zay.
Next week, tell your friend to get on if he can. Tell him to come on Bitcoin. So then, like Fumble the Face just said, so we can make that horse drink. So
Yeah.
All right, then
Facts,
appreciate
facts.
that, Sergeant Crypto.
All
We
right,
got
man.
somebody else in the waiting room. We about to try to get some smoke going.
All right,
Appreciate
peace out.
All right, take care. Take care. We'll check you out next time. There you go, people. Helium Miner, he's got a new jewel drop. I mean, literally every day. You can't say for free. You don't come on here and you get a couple of jewels drop because Helium Miners, I haven't heard people talking about yet. But as Nappy Way said, is he talking about shit coins? Low key F Bitcoin? You know, I had to ask him. There we go. Now, Sergeant Crypto's longtime crypto warrior. Thanks for calling in. All right, we got Janelle in the waiting room. Let's get Janelle on the show and let's see what the deal is there.
You know, if you don't understand, I'll have the time to explain it to you.
Bring him on. Bring him on. Bring him on the show.
Janelle, you got to mute your, is that Janelle's? You got to mute the YouTube, Janelle. Hey, mute that, Alec. Come on. There you go. All right, make sure you have the YouTube muted and your video on and the, come on, people. I see why old boy be getting mad now. Act like y'all coming on a live stream right now. What's going on? There we go, Janelle. What's up? You can unmute it, Alec, please.
I've been sitting here for like 20 minutes. I didn't know you were calling me in.
Hey, welcome to the show. How are you?
Hey, Janelle.
I'm good. How are you guys?
We're doing great. We're doing great. What's up?
Thank you for having me on.
Oh, of course, for sure. Yeah, we know we got to hear what everybody has for us. So what's the word today?
So I didn't know I was supposed to have a word, but we were going back and forth on Instagram on Monday, I think it was, because I said, stop telling people to buy the dip because the dip isn't always buyable. And I just think people should be trading the crypto and not always holding it. So that was the debate. Oh,
so well, I mean, I remember when you did say don't buy the dip, the price is at 31,000 right now. So, and over time, I was just gonna say over time, buying the dip has been the best strategy so far. So why do you tell people not to buy the dip and to have a high time preference instead of holding it and having a low time preference for long term?
Right. So I feel like when people get stuck up on one phrase, that's all they focus on. And what that does is it simplifies investing, but it's really not that simple. So typically you buy the dip when it's going up and having a pullback, but it was heading down and dipping. So when it's heading down and it's having a pullback, it's usually still headed down. So you would follow the trend. And so on Thursday, I had told people that it was going to continue to go down. I said, are you guys buying a dip? And they all said, yes. I had a poll on my stories and it was at 41 at that point. I said, it's heading down, y'all. Look at this. I look at this pressure here, the selling pressure. And they were like, no, I always buy the dip. So I had gotten to this mode of telling people that you cannot always buy the dip. You have to think about what's going on instead of just buying a dip. So I was just having a pet peeve moment of this buying a dip being this new phrase that people just follow without thinking. So that was why I had put out that post saying, stop telling people to buy the dip because it's not always a good time to buy the dip.
You're right. It's not always a perfect time, but right now it is. We're in the middle of a bull market. And this story just came out a couple of days ago. As newbies panic in latest Bitcoin correction, old pros appear to buy on the dip simply because all the people who got weak hands and got scared and sold it, they sold it to these corporations. I believe it was 122,000 Bitcoin was accumulated by 3 big companies. They want to panic sell you out of it, and they want to tell you not to buy the dip so that you're out of the market. And when you say that it's going down, I don't really understand what you mean by going down. We're literally at the point of where the bull market takes off in July. And then in December, if you follow the stock to flow model, this is actually the best time to buy. If you look at the green portions here at the bottom, those buying opportunities usually get you around 12 to 1,800 now. That's when we tell people to.
So if you zoom look at the daily up, it's not, you can't always assume that they're always going to continue to go up in the same rate. So you just have to look at. So when you go out too far, it doesn't really tell a good picture, but you have to zoom in just a little bit more. So I think looking at so this is just an opinion.
I know, zoom out. We're not short-term traders. I'm a long-term holding investor.
Here's the thing I'll add into this. When it comes to the price, when it comes to prices, especially when it comes to the price of Bitcoin and all-time highs, they're going to retest because the technology hasn't gotten worse. It just keeps improving. Right. And like even the platforms and the ancillary things around the technology and network keeps improving. So to me, that says it not being at its all-time high in fiat currency is whatever mechanism that's going on in the fiat market. It has nothing to do with Bitcoin. One Bitcoin still equals one Bitcoin. So reason why we say buy the dip is because if it's anywhere lower than its all-time high, it will retest the all-time high. So if you buy it anywhere under that all-time high, even if it dips 5,000 here and it's still about to go down another 10,000, dollar cost average all the way down the next 10,000, and then dollar cost average all the way as it goes back up, because it will retest the all-time high. And then the trading thing, I would love to hear your thoughts on the trading thing, because like we always say here, like trading is a career. We try to push down people, like trading is a full-time job versus just investing and holding, because for trading, you're probably gonna be leaving a lot of your assets on the platform, especially if you're doing margin trading or doing whatever, with the exception if you're trading in wallet, and even then it's in the hot wallet. So we always say you got to be leery with trading as well for those who just kind of try to pick it up and go. But I don't know, what are your thoughts on that?
So I'm what you would consider a value investor. I invest in real estate. So we don't speculate. So we don't believe that speculating is safe. So we are leery of that. So I would say that crypto, you can make a lot of money. You can make a lot of money in trading, and then you would roll it into something that's more traditional investing.
Like you're trying to leave the crypto market. See, this is totally different than what we talk about every day on the show.
I think it's a quick money grab right now.
Oh, well, this is a whole different conversation then.
Let me ask you this, Jeanette.
I mean, I feel like I see things for what they are. Like in the 90s, it was the tech bubble. In the 2000s, it was a real estate bubble. Now it's a crypto bubble. So I think that it's just a frenzy right now. It's really popular. There's a lot of money in the economy from stimulus and low interest loans. It's just a lot of money. And so when that happens, people invest, and they invest in a new, latest, hottest thing. And what that does is it creates a bubble.
Have you read the white paper?
Real estate, huh?
Have you read the Bitcoin white paper?
What's in the Bitcoin white paper? I don't read
it. It just shows the reason why Bitcoin existed and why it started. And just from that, and when you look at the actual technology, again, the actual code on GitHub, which is free for everyone to look at, it's like it's just better technology. It's like it's almost like people saying, I don't want to keep using the calculator because it's weird. I'm gonna keep doing arithmetic. Every now and then I use a calculator just to figure out the big number. Then I'm gonna use my paper and figure out the rest of the equations. Like, just use the calculator for everything. It's just easier. It works. So that's why, like, to me, it's like Bitcoin, the technology is better. It works. So it's like when everyone's talking about taking money out of crypto, it's like to go back to what? So we're printing $1.9 trillion again.
No, you would go into a more stable investment that's cash flowing. So I'm not denying the powerfulness of Bitcoin. I mean, and during the tech bubble, they were saying about how great the internet is, and it's great. So I'm not denying how great Bitcoin or blockchain could be, but I'm just talking about it as a currency. You know, we use currency as a tool typically to buy, businesses and investments. So I think its value comes in trading it.
All right. So, I mean, I know a couple of things there, but as far as real estate is property. The reason it has value is because it has scarcity, so to say, even though that can be debated.
No, that's not why it has value.
I mean, I'm just saying, as far as there's only a certain amount of land, I should say, in the world. So if there's only a certain amount and there's a certain amount you can buy, that's sort of what gives us its value. Now, of course, there's other factors, but when it comes to currency or a real money system, Bitcoin is provably scarce, and the supply rises 2.5% every year, but the demand goes faster or goes higher than that. So what that means is it's programmed for Bitcoin's price to increase over time. And one thing you pointed out was when the price is going up, that's when you should buy dips. Actually, I have we actually did a entire dollar cost average sheet. This is kind of old, but if you bought the 2017 all-time high at its very tippy top, terrible trader. You just suck. You bought the all-time high. If you invested $50 a week, at the end of 2020, you would have a whole Bitcoin, which is now a little over $36,000. At this time, you would have invested $7,000, ROI of 278. So I don't necessarily agree with only buying when it's going up either, because you're buying a part of a scarce supply. The more Bitcoin you get, the better off you'll be. And I remember when we were going back and forth, all I was saying about the family part, the generational part, is that the real estate you own will be priced in Bitcoin at some point. You'll be so at a certain point, like, why would I buy a house? Why wouldn't I just buy Bitcoin with real estate? And when
I make cash flow with the house.
I do. We do.
It's all about the cash flow. Cash flow is king.
stable coins. You can
So
stake.
wait, I gotta jump in on that.
It doesn't matter how I
Yeah.
liquidate it. It still makes cash flow, whether that cash flow is Bitcoin or the cash flow is dollar, whether it's in pounds, it's still cash flowing every month right now.
Yep, and it's getting inflated into the ground. So the cash flow that you're getting is losing value. Yes, it is.
I reinvested.
Inflation is going to be 20 to 25%.
Well, here's the bigger Here's the bigger question. Is this something what you do? Is that something the average person can do and does do?
So the average. So I don't know what you mean by the average.
Well, because I'll do real quick, because with Bitcoin right now, this is how simple it is. You can go to Cash App, buy Bitcoin. You can swap that Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever, and you bring that over to a layer 2 solution on some of these DeFi networks. Essentially, stake your money and get your own collateralized loan, where you're making 15% APY on that loan itself.
Yeah, so people can buy REITs and get into real estate if that's how they want to do it. There's all kinds of ways to get into real estate. They're just not known. If you
but the way I just explained, anyone can do within 10 or 15 minutes.
Anyone can buy a REIT in 10 to 15 minutes, yes.
Okay, so it's possible to do that.
Janelle, as far as real estate, how much work do you put in with real estate on a weekly basis?
It depends on your level of activity. You could do it passively, you could do it actively. Passive, you get less returns. Active, you get more returns. I'm an active real estate investor, so I get a lot of returns.
I got you. So about how long is that for you weekly?
Well, I hired an assistant now, so I'm focusing on my course. So I don't really do that much. I haven't been in the field not once this week because I'm focusing on my course.
Give me an estimate, 10, 20 hours a week. Just give me an estimate. 30, 40, what? How many hours did you work last week?
I worked for 5 hours last week.
5 hours. So the work that you put in, the cash flow that you're getting from real estate, you had to work 5 hours. We're telling people in 5 seconds, you can buy Bitcoin and go and do it.
But I'm making way more than someone in Bitcoin. But
Stop.
Bitcoin's compound annual growth is over 200%, which is the biggest.
Right now, it's speculative. It's speculative. Everybody's buying it. Everyone has money and they're buying it. Yes.
I know, Janelle, but what I'm saying is, as it stands right now, Bitcoin makes 200% compound annual growth yearly, which is better than any asset in U.S. history.
Especially when they speculate, if you buy more, it goes at a high rate.
Wait. You can't say you're making more money in Bitcoin though, when literally there are teenagers who have made hundreds of thousands of dollars off of Dogecoin this year alone. Like,
yes, I know.
You can't even say that.
You can invest in a risky thing at a low price and then make a good investment. But you have to understand that that's luck.
You can say the same with a house. What if that neighborhood turns bad? It was like, you got it.
I mean, it could go either way. It could go good or bad, and that's luck. You have to understand there's luck and there's skill. So I can use skill and do good in real estate investing, or sometimes I get lucky. So you have to just recognize when it's luck.
I would have to say maybe you haven't been in the market long enough, because what I feel so comfortable in the crypto ecosystem is not luck. Like, you know what I mean? So it's as far as portfolio.
So anyone looks like a smart investor in the bull market.
Well, this is the thing.
Well, we're here every day we're here every day on the show and during the bear market too. We're doing the same thing and dropping gems. It's still making money in the bear market.
When was it a bear market?
2018 and 2019 and the first half of 2020.
Well, in real estate, it was still a bull market. We haven't had any bear market.
So wait, but you just said something about trading in the bear market. I'm telling you, in the bear market, you can do the exact same thing.
Trading, yes, trading. Trading is the key word.
Yeah, because you said trading.
You said trading, but dollar cost averaging, I've been in since 2013. This is my
yes, you got in early. People who got in early, you're obviously up. When you speculate, people who get in early at low prices, you win. It's people who are getting in now who are getting burned.
So what about people who bought houses in the 60s? They got in earlier than you. So they have.
And so the houses appreciated.
It's not about when you got in. The fact is, I didn't get lucky, because everybody, like you just said, you're telling people
when you get in early and you take a risk and it's a low price, it takes out the risk. The low price is what takes out the risk.
The thing is, Bitcoin was called tulips. It was called a collectible. It was supposed to fail. It was supposed to be taken down. It didn't.
You guys don't plan on spending it, do you?
Oh, you got to let him finish his thought, Janelle.
Okay, I'm sorry.
This is what I'm saying. All right. So with Bitcoin, this is the biggest thing as far as intergenerational wealth, the ability to move money across space and time. No, I don't plan on using it per se. The good thing is you can actually use it as collateral, much like a house, and you can actually get better APY on it on a cash loan. So if I have some dumbass grandson that wants to sell Bitcoin, I'll have the directions for him to not sell it, get a loan instead for what you need. So No, I don't plan on it because it is an asset that, in my opinion, is the hardest money ever created. And other people that agree, as far as investment, you say it's luck, but what I'm trying to explain to you is that I don't know if Stanley Druckenmiller, Paul Tudor Jones, Ray Diallo, Carl Icahn, all billionaires, I don't believe them entering the market is because they think everybody got lucky. It's because they understand that their money, billionaires' money, is getting devalued. So they're moving to an asset that actually beats inflation year over year. And when the real estate market crashes the next time, it will be done by the hands of government. Bitcoin, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if the price goes down. You get to get more of a supply, 21 million. Again, with housing, I don't understand how we saw the 08, 09 crash and somehow.
Speculation.
Exactly. In your market. So what are you saying?
Yes, people speculate. That was what caused the crash. People speculating. People just continue to buy without thinking about the value.
And it was 0%. And it was 0% interest rates then, right? What's
Same
the interest?
thing now. Same thing is happening.
All right. Well, hey, we got to wrap it up because we do have
crypto.
Kenzie in the waiting room, so we're gonna have to wrap it up.
Right.
But I will say, like, this fundamentally, it's a different conversation anyway. Because if you don't believe in the underlying technology itself, then we can't really even have a conversation because you're using it just as a tradable app. That's like me saying I could trade Fun Dip or Pixie Sticks for money because it's like, who cares about the Pixie Sticks? You don't care about it. We have to talk from a point of view of someone who actually cares about it. So appreciate you calling in anyway,
right,
Janelle.
Thanks,
and hey, if you all like real estate, you know, this is definitely one trading strategy you can follow for sure. All right, we got Crypto Culture in the waiting room, and Crypto Culture, thank you for the tips as well coming in. We appreciate that, as well as we have one more tip I want to get. Just whichever one came in first.
No, bring them both in. Bring Vegan in. Bring Vegan in. Bring Vegan in. I want to hear him.
Oh, are you all supposed to be beefing or something? What's going on?
Oh yeah, we know he gonna be at Shitcoin conference. He gonna be at Shitcoin conference.
I'm talking about the panel debate. All right, let's just make sure we're not talking over each other because it's gonna make for choppy audio. But what's going on, Bitcoin Vegan? What's going on, Crypto Culture?
What's going on, man? How y'all doing? I'm trying to get in a better light area, but I hope everything's going well for everybody.
I know you got something to say, Bitcoin Vegan. What are your thoughts?
Man, listen, y'all know I can't really I don't have nothing to disagree with, but boy, some things sometimes it's just hard to listen to things, man. Just for the simple fact that you're trying to drive the thought that Bitcoin is purely speculative after 12 years of constant evaluation. It's not just luck, you know what I mean? Like, it's not just luck. And when you are met with an option that you can't really defend or go against, you have to just go with a thought pattern that makes it seem like it's generic. For the simple fact also as well, like it was just hard to watch, knowing the fact that, you know, you want to speak on real estate being valuable, but you will buy low income homes in an area that's predicted to be prominent, you know, to do like a 5X or 20X in 5 years. That's still buying the damn dip. You know what I mean? Like, that's buying the dip.
That's true. Yeah.
And if you have these friends of yours, you know, it's so sad when you have people who aren't educated on the industry, don't want to be, but then spit this language out there, and in the hopes of thinking like, hey, you know, we're taking 30% of our profit that's also gonna get eaten up by taxes. I mean, you know, you just see where the world is headed, man. That's all, man. I want to say thank you all for allowing me on, and you know, King, shit, I can see it through your eyes, brother, but you know, y'all did a great job. Y'all did a lot better than I would have, because sometimes you just continuously deal with a level of pure. I ain't gonna even go that route, but you know what's going on there.
That's what I said. We were having different conversations to begin with. Go ahead, Crypto Kenzie.
No, well, I was gonna get on, and I actually had 2 stories to share with you guys. So the first story I wanted to share with you guys was I had a client. He got into crypto early, January, and he followed some advice from a crypto YouTuber, Trayvon, and he put in $100 or so. But hey, let me finish the story. He put in $100 into SHIB, right? And he did that back in January. And recently, of course, during the whole SHIB, moon dog, meme coin explosion, he's coming back to me saying, hey, man, you should get into this now. Of course, at the top. So clearly in my head, I'm like, nah, I'm good. And he shows me his account. And from $100, he turned it into $30,000. And I sat there and I told him, you should sell it because it just got listed on Binance. And he's like, nah, man, I'm a hodl to the moon. This, and I'm like, oh, you don't know yet.
There is no moon for shitcoin.
Yep, I know somebody who did the same thing with another zero added on it. I'm like, bro, what are you What are you doing?
But here's the conclusion. So he's like, hey man, thank you for all the hard work. Can I send you a tip? And I'm like, yeah, send it to me in ETH. And he sends it to me in ETH in the wallet that he has his SHIB. And I'm like, does he not know I have like access to his wallet forever now? And so I'm looking at his wallet and he never sold his SHIB. And it went from $30,000 to $8,000. He's still up. That's a great thing. But I know in my head, like, oh, when he capitulates, I'm gonna buy some SHIB just as a gamble, just to see it. Because and it's so wrong that I've been in this space long enough to be like, that's probably gonna work. that's probably gonna work. But that was the first story I wanted to share. The second story I wanted to share was the lady was talking about trading. Yeah, you should be able to trade whatever, cool. Here's some real trading advice, especially if you're on Ethereum, if you're trying to do this DeFi, MetaMask, all that stuff. I was recently talking about it on my channel. Sorry, I don't mean to show my channel, but I was talking about it on my channel with my
Oh yeah, go ahead and pump your channel for sure. So Bitcoin Big E2 after him.
But I was talking to my boy Scotty P, who's been in this DeFi with me for a while, and he was just like, you want to know the best trading strategy that I have in crypto is watching other wallets. And so what he would do is he would go into like smart contracts for new coins and see what wallets were buying these coins when nobody were talking about them. They must know something, or they must have insider groups. And the other night, I looked at one of these smart contracts and I saw this one ETH address called Lambo.eth. That was the ETH address. And so they had an ENS name and everything. And I looked into their wallet. I'm like, wait a second. I have some of those coins this wallet has. What are they doing with the coins that I'm not? And so I started using it to yield farm some more, do all this and that. But it led me to this other coin called Wild Credit. And I'm like, what's this Wild Credit
I think
thing?
your hand might be on your mic too, Crypto Kenzie. Your hand might be.
My fault. But it led me to this Wild Credit coin. And long story short, I started farming the Wild Credit coin. And then it started making me about $100 a day. And I was just like, oh, so this is actually how people are doing it in this space. We are trading differently in this space. How can you say this shit's not going away? How do people not see it? We're not trading this the way that we're trading in traditional markets. Like, get out of here with that nonsense, bro.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get me to financial freedom with whatever you're talking about. This is the new way.
Yes. And someone mentioned in the comment section, they basically were like, even if you want to go into the real estate market, you still need the upfront capital to buy costs. And it's easier to go the crypto route to get that upfront capital than go through real estate to get that upfront capital. I agree with that as well.
Listen, like when y'all had asked that the ordinary person can do this, like, so I've been knowing y'all for a minute, Kenzie, what's going on. But you know, I've been knowing Zay forever. We played for this team. We played for this team right here. But like I bought Bitcoin straight out of prison, right? Coming home from prison, 1.5 years. Doing that with real estate was not there. All right. Like that simplicity behind it was not there. And that's something that was really, really missed in that conversation, because Bitcoin is the only thing, the moment you buy, you have financial freedom. It doesn't matter if you've had appreciation to the gains or not. You know, so now you're starting to speak on some things that people who weren't built for this century can't understand. That's why it's hard for them to grasp that concept, kids. But yeah, when you look at it, man, and what times, like what didn't come up in that whole conversation was that how, you know, the government made it easy for real estate to still boom right now. Like all the billionaires who had land, they probably sold their land for Bitcoin or just bought Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? But the folks who have houses, who are renters or lender, they rent out spaces without 0% interest, without PPPs, without stimulus, without, boost of the unemployment, you wouldn't have had any of that. You wouldn't have had any of that value attached to real estate.
That's
However,
a good point.
you would have still had all of that with Bitcoin, because billionaires will still be. Michael Saylor and Elon Musk and the rest of them did not need a PPP loan to buy Bitcoin.
There you go.
Listen, I want to jump in there. I just want to say, any investment where the government can take the money away without me knowing about it, I don't want to be a part of it. And that's what real estate is. They could rug pull you any day, print more money. And again, the real estate market, it's at 0% interest rates now. House of cards, man. And we'll see where it goes from there.
And man, we got Lamar in the waiting room. So before he comes on, Crypto Kenzie, Bitcoin Vegan, tell everybody where they can find you at.
All right, go ahead, Kenzie.
Okay, yeah, of course you can find me on Twitter at Crypto Kenzie, Instagram at Crypto Kenzie, of course on YouTube every other day when I feel like it. Crypto Culture YouTube channel. Also, I'll be there at Shitcoin conference in Miami. I'll be there with Bitcoin Vegan. I'm gonna see if they can get us on a panel so we can chop it up, because I'd like to see two black men in front of people talking about crypto like that. So hopefully I can get that set up.
Okay, that's what's up, man. We'll be there. So y'all can find me on Instagram, Bitcoin Vegan, Twitter, Bitcoin_Vegan. If you're a newbie and you want to buy a course, you can holler at me. It's on sale for $75. And down there in Miami, I will be sharing a panel with the legendary Tone Bays against shitcoin versus Bitcoiners. So I look forward to seeing y'all out there, and y'all have a good one, man.
All right, you all take care. And before we bring Lamar in, want to give some quick thank yous. You gotta mute. There we go. We want to give some thank yous. Thank you, Horace Valentine Leslie Jr. Thank you for that big tip. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. I know we got a couple tips before that, and thank you as well for those. I didn't get a chance to see the name because the chat is booming right now. Captain Mexico, thank you for the tip as well. Critical Hit and Wendy, thank you for the tip. So thank you for all the tips rolling in. We truly appreciate it. Crypto Kenzie and Bitcoin Vegan, thanks for the input as well. All right, let's get Lamar in here. Let's see what Lamar got. And feel free again, people. I want some of these Twitter folks to call in. Let's all the people in the comment section this week. Please call in and air your grievances. I don't got time to be texting all day, every day, but call in and we can talk about it. All right, Big Mar, what's going on?
What up, brother?
Hey, what's happening, man? What's happening? It looked like I still got the it ain't working, man. Remember the Who Wants Me Is Thirsty? Yeah, hold on, man. Let me just cut that off altogether. What's going on, man? Yeah, I'm over here listening this morning. This is some wildness, bro. Like, what is going on? Like, like I see y'all piping it in the clubhouse. So I'm looking on YouTube. I was watching y'all on YouTube, and there's a dude named Faded Polo. He's saying that he said anything you buy, you could put 37K in anything on Coinbase, and it's going to be Bitcoin in the long run. He said anything, dog. Like this
is better than Bitcoin. I saw it. I saw that, Lamar.
I saw it too in the chats. I was trying to scroll up to find it.
Faded Polo. Say it out loud.
Please jump in this conversation.
Yeah, Faded Polo. It says you can buy $37,000 of anything on Coinbase and make more money than Bitcoin. True or not? I would say not. That's a highly risky and super speculative bet right there. Again, this is where we talk about some of these top 10 coins that you all know and love. Look at the top 10 coins from 2018, from 2017, from 2016. Like Coinbase would have put those on their books as well. If you would have bought $37,000 of Stratus, yeah, you probably been up like 100 million at one point. And then right now you'd be down like about $5.
Hey King, one thing I want people to realize with trading the shit coins is that if you're trading for USD, we're talking about something totally different. You can have the dirty fiat dollar. If you're trading for Bitcoin, 0 altcoins have got back to their Bitcoin all-time high of 2017. 0. None of them have gotten back to their Bitcoin all-time high. So that's what we're talking about, is that none of these coins have come back to their Bitcoin all-time high. But if you're making USD, fine. We're talking about something totally different. We're talking about leaving.
I think people don't even understand that though, Zay. I think they're not even looking at the currency, their altcoin versus the Bitcoin pair, right? I don't think they even paying attention to those charts. Those charts are going towards 0. Yeah, some of them will come back a little bit, but none of them are even close. Even the daddy of all the altcoins, freaking Ethereum, is only at about half mast of where it was in Bitcoin in terms of Bitcoin prices. So for people to keep saying that, it's like that you could just tell they're uneducated, they're brand new to the game. All they're doing is doing math. He also put, let me tell you what he put, man. My man said he got a better chance of what's it called? XRP. I think he said going 300x or something like that. Like XRP hadn't even made it back to its all-time high of $3. Think about that. Like from a price perspective, XRP hasn't even made it back to its all-time high of $3. How hard is it going to be for it to get to $6? right? Like these are the things that are so crazy to me. And this is what people are doing because they're they have a unit bias. And that unit bias is killing them because all they can do is look at it and say, I can get so many of these. Yeah, you can get a whole box of crap too. You can go buy a whole box of crap right now for a little bit of nothing. I guarantee Zay will sell it to you for a couple dollars. You know what I'm saying? He'll crap in a box and give it to you for a couple bucks. Are you going to buy that too? Exactly. That's what people ain't looking at, man. So, yeah, man, y'all keep doing what y'all doing, man. This is a wild show, bro. How often have y'all been doing this?
Oh, man. We started Fuck Bitcoin Fridays, what, 3 weeks ago?
3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Man, this is wild, bro. Y'all need to keep this thing going. This is gonna be real hot. And make sure y'all check out my man Bitcoin Zay. He gonna be down in Miami. Make sure y'all find him. Y'all hunt him down. Figure out where he at. Bless, you gonna be down there?
No, I don't go where I'm not invited, so I'm cool.
Hey, you know you invited. Come all the way through the Black Bitcoin Billionaire. Everything we doing, bro. Him, you know what I'm talking about.
Come to the man.
Appreciate that.
But yeah, right, man, bring the next people in, man. Yeah, I ain't gonna try to run off, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at these cats in these comments over here tripping, man, big time.
Hey,
thanks, appreciate Lamar coming through.
Keep talking, but I don't see him jumping in. Is he jumping?
Yeah, we offer people every week. We say we got something wrong. If you disagree with us, you can come on one day out of the week and reach us via video chat. And what do? Keep tweeting, keep texting, keep writing. Hey, listen. We don't believe you. You need more people. Come on and argue your point and tell us why we're wrong. Big Mar, we give them the opportunity, but they don't come.
Hey, it's the same thing, man. On Twitter, I love Twitter Spaces now. You know why? Because all of them people that talk all that noise on Twitter, all I do is say, "Let's go live right now." Like hop in this right now. They hop in. Hey, I done had conversations with the BSV cult. I done had conversations with the nano folk. I done had conversations with all these cats. If you willing to type all of that on Twitter, you should be willing to get on stage and actually have a real debate. And I think that's going to be what I'm going to do from now on is Bitcoin versus. That's what I do. Bitcoin versus all day, every day on Twitter Spaces when people got to talk crazy, man. But I love what y'all doing, bro. This is awesome. Everybody need to tune into this. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button all day.
There we go. Appreciate that, Big Mar. Again, you can follow Lamar at Big Mar. As you can see there, Black Bitcoin Billionaires. Appreciate that again.
Appreciate you, Lamar.
Hey, speaking of that, Twitter needs to add a function like the dating apps or something where maybe after like 2 or 3 messages back and forth, a pop-up box comes like, would you like the video chat? Would you like to go live? Like, and I'm like, hell, you know what? Yeah, we messaged 3 or 4 back together. Let's go ahead and go live and then talk about this right here. So we have Matthew in the waiting room. As Matthew comes, I want to say thank you for the tips that just came in. And yes, we are almost at 13,000 subs. Says Fumble the Face. I have noticed more shitcoin shills lately. Hilarious. And Leroy Forbes said, back in 2017, 37K in Verge will beat Bitcoin, hit ass. That's what we're saying, people. Like in 2017, Verge pumped like, 13,000 to freaking 50,000 something percent. It was something crazy, people. And everyone was like, Verge, buy Verge, don't buy Bitcoin. With 10K in Verge, you can beat your outward returns in Bitcoin. And what happened to Verge?
Hey, what happened with AMC and GME stock? It pumped the holy hell. But would you rather have that over blue chip stocks? Like, no. We're talking about long term. You would rather have that than Apple or Amazon? No, that's what Bitcoin is. It's a long term money system. And the quote unquote investments that people think they make money off of, send some screenshots. Show us, because what people do is they say, oh, in 2 weeks it made 3,000%. Did you sell at 3,000%? Did you buy the exact bottom? Were you able to get it out in Bitcoin, or did you trade it for USD? Like, all of this stuff matters when people say they're going to get gains. Hey, just because it's your first time making money and you're excited, please don't try and
right, because we don't want to lead the general public astray either, people. Just because you got in at the right moment doesn't mean that right moment will ever come back for that project again. Only the real estate. Thank you for the tip. And we got Matthew Mariano in the waiting room. Matthew, what's going on?
Hello?
What we got wrong?
I think I'm having terrible audio. I'm out in my car right now.
Video working?
All right. We're waiting for Matthew. He's going to get it together. I saw a great comment. Somebody said they call them shit coins for a reason. People are going to learn. And they also said, Fumble the Face says, shit coiners don't talk or understand the 4-year Bitcoin cycle. They will hold their Shiba until Bolivian. That's another Fumble the Face. Thank you for that. That's the big thing right there. A lot of people who are talking about these altcoins or just talking about trading, or the real estate folks that are coming into the market, you all don't understand how the halvening cycle works yet at all.
Don't even.
So you're coming in. Yeah, you haven't read the white paper. So yeah, you're coming in and you're making comments. This is like, we can tell you when the next big pump is going to be right now. Like, we know it's going to be in 2025, people, like, as a fact. Yeah. So that's not speculative. It's like when it gets cut in half again, the supply gets cut in half, and there's nothing wrong with the technology. In 2025, people are going to say, oh, the supply is lower again, and the technology hasn't changed. And oh, by the way, it's 16 years old now.
Yep, and demand goes up.
All right. Looks like we couldn't get Matthew in. His audio was messed up, so we got Antonio. What's going on, Eastside Tony?
Got Tony. What up, bro? Got to unmute, brother.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hey.
Hey, so like I was telling you, Isaiah, yesterday, I'm just calling in and giving you the weekly FUD that I get from all my coworkers, friends, and family. And I actually got a question from my daughter this week. So 2 questions. What gives Bitcoin its value? And the second question would be, how can kids get into Bitcoin?
All right, so a few things give it value. The value proposition of Bitcoin starts with the technology. It starts with the fact that it solved a long-time problem of being trustless. You don't need a third party, so everybody saves money. The second thing in that value proposition is scarcity. You can't have value in something that can be printed into oblivion. So if anybody can have it, it's not worth much. So those 2 things are the top 2 value propositions, as well as it being digital, as well as it being global, as well as it being very easy to access. So those are the value propositions of Bitcoin. Now, how kids can get Bitcoin, I propose in my book, as well as other speaking engagements, to give it to them as a tip. Kids can create NFTs and accept crypto for that. Bitcoin on Lightning, that's coming. NFTs on Lightning. Also, too, they can't trade per se, but if they have goods that they want to sell for Bitcoin, they can do that as well. And they can earn it for doing other jobs as well, if they're a teenager or so. So there's a few different ways kids can get it, but mostly it's because of parents giving it to them to start, and then they can multiply it from there and trade it with their friends who may pay them for things as well.
Yeah, I'm paying my daughter in Bitcoin for doing chores, so she's on it.
Exactly.
Using Lightning, of course. So one quick thing I wanted to talk about, that girl was talking about real estate. I'm here in the Bay Area, San Jose, and in the last 5 years, houses have doubled in price. That's 20% a year. And people think that their house is gaining value. I said, no, it just takes that much more money for you to buy the same house, because
boom,
I'm in construction.
That's what I don't get.
I'm in construction, right? It's like, what did you do to add value to the house? Did you put tile? Did you remodel the bathroom? They're like, no, I haven't done anything. I'm like, yeah, it takes more money to buy the same house. And another point, it's like the housing market is in a huge bubble right now.
Huge.
So she's talking about, getting real estate and this and that, but it's like, well, why would you buy something that's overinflated right now, first of all? And second of all, what about the 2008 crash? What cash flow was going on there, right? Like when everybody lost their ass, like if you didn't have a good down payment and a really, really low mortgage, you would lose your house straight up.
Yep.
There's people that never recover from that either. So, I mean, that was a good point. I wasn't even thinking about to bring up 2008. Well, actually, I did. That's why I brought up the white paper.
I was in the chat. I was like, ask her about how old is she? 26? Like, what's going on? Like, she wasn't alive. Like, what was she doing in 2008? I had 3 jobs. I lost all of them.
I said that about the interest rates. I was saying in 2008, it was 0%. And I was like, what's the interest rates now? And she was like 0%. And I'm like, then what do you have an open book test and you decided to fail on purpose? Like, that's basically what happened. We know what's going to happen. Like you just said, 20% gain year over year versus 200% compound.
20%? What the hell?
And
and we're in the Bay Area, so it's like, that's probably the most you're going to get anywhere. Maybe New York has more, but not now.
Yeah. I appreciate the call, Antonio. We got to get to a couple more.
Cheers, guys.
Much appreciated.
Appreciate you, Tony.
All right, for our last, we got the 2 last calls. Alec, these are going to be the last 2 we're going to take. So let's get Doff in the room first, and then we'll take Jake. We'll wrap the show with that. Thank you for the tip, Crypto Culture. Say, I love crypto because we get people like Antonio's point of view. I mean, exactly. Like, I wasn't even thinking about, like you said, in real estate, when people actually ask, all right, how did you upgrade your home or whatever? You know, well, I didn't. He's like, well, it takes more money to buy it then. Your home hasn't changed. Things you wouldn't think of for sure. Doff Man, what's going on? Welcome to the show.
What's good? Can y'all hear me okay?
Perfect. How you doing?
I'm all right. Got my son, and hopefully he can stay quiet and don't start screaming at us, man. I hear y'all talking about shit coins over there. Man, I've been doing this since 2017. First Bitcoin I bought was like October 2017. And you hear about after that, you hear about it, you hear about Litecoin. It's like, damn, should I get some of these? It's like percentage wise, you might get lucky, but that's all it is luck, man. If you messing around with all them other shit coins, if you don't study what it is you getting yourself into, like you're gonna end up getting took up top and wondering like, wow, why did I lose 80%, 90%? Like Bitcoin gonna hold its value over time. So if you got a long time horizon, like that's where to go. But if you want to get on the shitcoin casino and see if you can get a little 15,000% gain, 20, whatever, you know what I'm saying? You got to understand that that's the shitcoin casino and what you're getting yourself into. And if you're not studying these coins, these other coins, and I think it's fun. Like DeFi, I heard Zay say, you know what I'm saying, DeFi is coming to Bitcoin, is coming. That's what they all keep saying, but it's on Ethereum right now. So if you want to try it out, I never experience it, what it's like. So, hey, I'm sorry, say what?
Oh, no, I was gonna say I never said it was coming. I said Bitcoin is DeFi. Oh, it's decentralized finance. So it's not that it's that building on top of it takes time because it's actually a long-term play. Ethereum moves fast and break things. That's why people just build. Bitcoin takes its time and builds the way it needs to be so it can sustain long term. Because we have DeFi stuff now. We got Lightning, we got Sovereign, we got plenty of stuff. But I was just saying that because Ethereum is going fast, but it's not necessarily good DeFi.
I hear you. That definitely makes sense. Bitcoin was essentially the first DeFi. But kind of how they doing it now with the yield farming and all that. That's happening on Ethereum. And I mean, I think it's just a gamble to me because it's like, but at the same time, it's like I know every week I'm buying more Bitcoin, but then I know when I'm ready to go to casino, I'm buying Cardano, Ethereum, see what happened, Matic or some shit like that, and like going to the quick swap or this swap, that swap, whatever bullshit swap you want to get into. But it's all fun and games to me, man. But if you really want to build your wealth over time, like do you want to do that at the casino or are you going to do it with Bitcoin? That's all I wanted to say.
Much appreciated, Dolph. And I got to give you a compliment. Fumble the Face said that little kid is going to be part of the future Bitcoin elite.
Oh, he got his own Bitcoin. He got Bitcoin clothes and everything.
There we go. Listen, that's what I'm talking about.
Hey, Dolph, hey, I got a 7-month-old in there. We got to have Bitcoin Babies Club in a little bit.
Oh, congratulations. Right. Yeah, for sure, man. Y'all be cool, man.
Seriously, hey, be cool. Hey, thanks for calling in. And that's something in the future. Like in 10 years from now, you all do got to have like a Bitcoin kids group, and it's OB now.
He definitely gonna be in the club. I see you in Miami.
Yes, sir. I see you in Miami.
All right, Dolph, thanks for checking in. And last but not least, we also have Jake in the waiting room. And I also want to give a shout out to the Crypto Warriors. Cliff High was an all-time high, but today we have had about, on average, 400 viewers the entire time. Right now, we're at 409 viewers. The chat box has been nonstop and crazy. And you all have done a great job of self-regulation because, yes, earlier, y'all was getting wild in that chat box. Come on, still keep it cordial, keep it cool. Make everybody feel welcome. But y'all was turning up in that chat box earlier. So yes, it's on and popping over there. That's what's up. All right, we got Jake should be joining the show. Jake Fever, what's the word?
What's up, fellas? What's up?
Hey, how you doing today?
Hey, I feel your boy with that fuck Bitcoin Friday when he said you could throw 37K into anything and pop. Because a lot of people, they thinking like, man, it's just money. They don't think of their values are different than ours. You know what I'm saying? They're not thinking like, hey, bro, this is for the future. I can pass this shit down for generations and generations. So most people, that's why they in AMC right now. They trying to pop, man. Like, and we do that with play money on the side. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we might use that to cuff some more Bitcoin. But I feel what he's saying. He could do that with 37K and hit. And he can make more than you in the short term. You know, the rabbit run fast, but the turtle win the race. You know what I'm saying? But nobody that is outside of this Bitcoin bubble that I'm in can think like that. So you can talk their ears off all you want to. They're gonna be like, fuck Bitcoin, because Bitcoin ain't moving like that. Now they want the gains that Bitcoin got before, but they want it right now. So they're gonna go popping something else. And then they're gonna get slaughtered by gangsters that's really in this. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I know personally.
Go ahead, Zay.
I'm just saying the gangsters that's gonna slaughter them. I know them personally, and the pump and dumps that they do. We know these people,
and that's what I was just about to say.
I'm like, bro, they're laughing at you when we go to lunch with them, or when they're like, yeah, just keep it so we can dump 90%, and I can be a millionaire, and you can sit there and have to hold. You'll be a holder now for life. So
yeah, they're gonna be stuck with it. I mean, I held some coins for 4 years on the last go round, you know, and I just cashed out in the high with XLM. I finally reached the point where I brought in it in March.
And
so
that's the thing.
4 years. And
that's the thing we said on Talk Shop Live as of recently when I was like, hey, you know, the other day, a few days or a week or so ago, when the Bitcoin is dropping and everything, or all the altcoins dropping, I was like, now's the time to consolidate back into Bitcoin when it's low, people. Like, you're playing a risky game. But I also like what you just mentioned about the 37K. Again, we're trying to make this for the average person out there. Like, yeah, if you got 37K, you can play that altcoin casino. You can still, right now with 37K, you can put 25 or to 30 into Bitcoin, and then with the last 7 go crazy in the altcoin casino and have a good return in one of those projects and to put it back into Bitcoin. But does everybody have 37K to start off with? And that's also why I was telling Janelle, who was on earlier, when you talk about like luck and portfolios, it's like, no, like if you can build your portfolio, and this is just, for some, this is a high number, average number, whatever. But if you can build your portfolio to 50 to say 100K, or even lower, let's say you can build it to 10K, because whatever you build it to is probably where you're at financially anyway, as far as your living, how you live or whatever. But if you can build your portfolio up to that, and you're talking about 20% a month or 20% every 3 months, a quarter, which is possible to do in this space if you're really like focused, not on getting 100 or 3,000%. If you're focused on saying, I'm going to make my portfolio worth 20% more in the next 3 months than what it is now. If you focus like that in this market, it can be done. So if you're talking about I have 50K, 100K, and all I need is make 20% a quarter on this thing to keep living, I don't know. To me, this market seems pretty solid.
Yeah, that's a discipline thing too. I don't think people that disciplined. Like once you make 100% on something in 7 days, you're gonna go crazy. Like, man, I should have put 1,000 in, and then go to Doge. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a whole discipline thing, and people don't get Bitcoin until somebody tell them how to behave, you know. And when the banks say, hey, you need this to do this, because they capitulated, so that's when they're gonna start getting it. And guess what? They're gonna be buying 0.00001 for $1,000.
Exactly. And it's funny too, people are so spoiled. Man, you know the average stock investor makes like 12 to 15% a year.
Really? That's what's crazy too about the market. When they come over here, spoiled as hell.
It's too slow because it 10x over a year and not 40x. Like, people are, exactly, you know, delayed gratification. A lot of people don't understand that. People want it right now. And it is a maturity thing. They need to see a full market cycle. And just like the 2017 people, now they're seasoned in 2021. These people in 2021, they're going to get smacked across the face too. And then in 2024, in the next happening, they'll be sitting there telling everybody to buy Bitcoin too.
Yeah, and a lot of people, this is their first time investing stock market and crypto-wise. So they see a faster return and they expect that. They haven't been investing for 10, 15, 20 years and see 8%, 12%, 4%, 3%, and know that 12% is high as hell. So being that they're seeing returns that's so crazy, this is what is the norm for them. So the norm for them is like, okay, I can buy a scratch-off ticket and make $100 off 10, and I can do this. This is better investment, when the scratch-off probably better. You know what I'm saying? But the normal person's not seeing it how we see it, because we've been playing in it too long, and we actually seen the other markets as well. So I just say, if they about getting money and the dollar is what they chasing, yeah, they can do something better than Bitcoin for the short term. But if they're about storing their wealth, holding an asset that's unbelievable, you know, and keeping that forever, becoming their own bank, and all this stuff, then you can't get nothing better than Bitcoin.
Oh yeah,
very good. Hey,
but
as always,
next weekend though, Isaiah.
Oh yeah, we in Miami, baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna be at the Hard Rock though, getting off on these shit coins on the in the casino. I'm gonna pop up on you at your basketball thing.
Oh yeah, I'll be out there 3-point shootout, baby. If you think you can shoot, if you want to challenge the best shooter in Bitcoin, come see me.
I can't shoot.
out here
I
talking
can't shoot.
straight cash. All right.
I take shots, but I can't shoot.
Hey, Jake, thanks for calling in. We appreciate it.
All right, brother. Y'all be easy.
Oh, yeah, bro.
And it looks like we are 22 subs from 13K. So it looks like we're going to start this 13K party, y'all. Hey, we in here.
Let's get it. 1,000 in one day. One day.
Real, it was 1,000 a day. Thank you, Cliff High, for that, for sure. Addy A, one of our crypto warriors, has me laughing. Zay, Addy A said, yeah, we was acting up, but they got to know their ish before they come in here talking cray. We getting that daily crypto from the absolute best. Your tribe takes no prisoners.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, it's all good. We had to say that for the public. You know what's up. Over here, like, hey, how Jordan Belfort going to his meetings? Yeah. I want hungry. I want you not to hang up until you shove it down their throats. Hey, we appreciate the crypto warriors. And that's what's crazy, people. Like, I actually love seeing the chat box as it grown, as well as the comment section, because again, people say you guys never do this. You don't talk about this. You don't talk about that. And or people say we didn't talk about, or the guy was talking about the politics thing the other day. I'm like, bro, go back to the videos from when Trump was in office and see how we clown him and the government too. Like, what are you talking about? Like, we've been, this is episode 731, folks. Okay, 731. You can go back in history.
Exactly. Yeah, we don't like any of them because we are free men and we are adults. I don't understand grown men fanboying other men. I don't care what you call them, president, CEO. I don't care who they are. Fuck them.
There it is. All right. Other than that, that is the show for today. You got anything, Bitcoin Zay?
Nah, nothing for me today. I would just say next week, yeah, we'll be in Miami, and Sunday, Talk Shop Live at 6. Appreciate all the support. We're definitely going up. People talking about, hey, going viral and increasing. Hey, first was Kevin Samuels, then was Kwame Brown. Next is KRBE Crypto. Let's get it.
There we go. Hey, Vanessa Villalobos, thank you for the tip. Yes, and thank you for all the tips today. Again, if you're new, those tips, go to some of our in-house moderators. Guys are in the chat box, are helping the stream when people call in, helping the podcast and all that other good stuff. So again, thank you for all that. Much appreciated. Again, still be on the lookout. We got some new stuff coming out next week. We're going to be having more guests coming on. We actually have a really good guest coming in the next few weeks. I can't say it now, but we got another really good guest coming up. So make sure you're paying attention. You're in tune. Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific on Talk Shop Live. If you want to talk altcoins and all that trading talk, that is where we do it at for an hour there. Other than that, this was a great week. 2 good interviews, good call-in day. I'm pretty happy about this week. What about you, Bitcoin Zay?
Oh yeah, about to enjoy this weekend, baby. Great week. Right. Great. Only getting better. And
what's even funnier, I just realized as we end the show, we didn't even cover the last story. Do you want to do it or not?
Nah, we did plenty of covering today.
Hey, crypto will cause the next financial crisis, says crypto precious metals boss. That's your homework for the weekend. Yeah, cheers. Exactly. We'll see you Monday, or we'll see you Sunday on Talk Shop Live, and Monday with some more crypto news. Cheers.